What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Throw Show. Trevor, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm excited because I think we have a lot of stuff that we need to talk about in throwing. The throwing world has some exciting things going on, which is
the throwing world's always exciting.
Well, yeah, it's always exciting. It's so. I think what makes it so exciting is that it's so close knit. Everybody knows everyone.
Yeah.
At least like you've like felt the graces of someone that you might follow on social media or wherever. So it's like you've seen these people all around, and it makes I don't know, it makes it more entertaining. So I'm excited to jump right into this show and to see here the new Irish indoor record from Eric Favors, Garage Strength Throws U's own. And he actually just threw 1979 too. So this is 1984. That's a nice toss. I like that throw.
Yeah.
And Caitlin, I don't know if you can vouch for this, Trevor. Caitlin had said she thought he had some throws over 20 that he fouled last week.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
So I think he's going to start to drop even bigger bombs. I think he's going to throw 21 this year. I really do in 22. He's starting to click really well. He's super strong, super explosive. And he's going, next week, he's going to Irish Nationals next Saturday. He competes the 26th. So it's going to be exciting. I don't know when this is releasing. Do you know?
Probably
this week.
then.
Okay. Probably before the 26th.
Hopefully.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see. What would you fix in his technique here?
I think the main thing with him is when he's just like he's a little hard on his right, like when he lands, like forward on his right, and then I think that's where he also has a bit of his fouling problems.
Yeah,
like when he fouls big throws, is he lands forward and then falls out the circle. When he lands back, he pushes into the right really well when he lands back.
Yeah.
But if he just lands a little bit too forward on the right foot, then he goes out, and I think just a little bit here, he's a little forward. But
sometimes I think that might be caused by his right arm wrapping too early and like dumping a little bit too early. Mm. So like almost leads him into that right at the front. Yeah. If it would open a little bit more, and then wrap. So that takes us into the Millrose controversy, which had Ryan Crouser, Lucas Warning was marked at 21. Eric was marked semi-normal, and I think Tunde was semi-normal, but Ponzio was at like I think close to 22. Not that these guys aren't capable of throwing these marks, but it was clearly there was a massive error in the marking. I think that's like one of my biggest complaints with lasers is it's like, how do you guys not calibrate them properly before the start of it?
Well, and my thought is they went through 2 rounds before, because I mean, did they figure it out when they were measuring the world record with steel tape? Is that when they figured out that it was wrong?
I think so, and that's what Eric told me, and Lucas both said that they knew after the first round that it was off. They were telling them, and they didn't do anything.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, what if he didn't hit the world record and everyone's throwing a meter further and they just don't realize the whole, competition.
Right. Right.
But I mean, thankfully they did at least catch it, and it's not that they have, fake marks, but
I think what stinks is that it was going to be a meet that could help with international rankings, which would help Eric Favors in this case. And I don't think anybody, I mean, I'm sure Krauser and Otterdahl and maybe Tunde got some money out of it, but I don't think any of them got the money they were supposed to be getting. Mm. Like, I don't think, I don't think Eric or Lucas got any money. Mm. So it sort of stinks in that regard.
Yeah.
It's like
But yeah, it's just like that, everyone's just going nuts, seeing the results, and it's just so unfortunate.
I think this is what frustrates me. I want to get to the point when we have our new facility.
What?
Is that we're going to have a new facility, and we're going to host meets like this, and I'm going to put 10 grand up for the winner, and it's going to come down. And dude, I have this whole vision of like, even if we have outdoor meets, like bagpipes playing by the circle and just like an all-day crazy event. And just tons of money that we put on these crazy, crazy events, and we don't have laser malfunctions.
That's always the kicker. Is like you can put however much money into an event,
and you can't run
and
it
then
properly.
one little problem, and it's all worthless.
Right? It's like, what the heck? We'll be flying people in on Learjets in the Reading Airport. So I think that is the thing. Is it's like it's, and I often think this because of weightlifting. I think about this too with throwing. Noah brought this up. Is that how can we make Millrose is a big event, but how can you make it more entertaining for spectators? Because he was also saying like there should be like halftime speeches like between the third and fourth round. Like each coach has to give like a speech to their athletes, sort of jokingly. Yeah. But it's like how can you make this sport more digestible? Like a little bit more faster pace or something that just makes it a little bit more entertaining for outsiders that have no relative comprehension of the sport.
I feel like this has come up on a lot of our throw shows.
Yeah.
But I feel like, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I think there's definitely room for creative ideas, especially for like, it's one thing to do something at like the Millrose Games like that. It's another thing to do it at the Olympics or a World Championship.
Right.
And like making, smaller events, just a little bit more exciting. Like I why not change it up a little bit?
Yeah. Try and pull people in.
Yeah, I think the other thing I was wondering with this is, why didn't they just say screw it, let's just measure with tape and just restart?
Maybe they didn't have tape.
I guess.
Joe Richlock always has tape.
Yeah, if Joe.
If they had Joe, that wouldn't have happened.
Yeah. Anyways.
So that takes us, I think this is the scariest news of all.
The scariest duo.
The scariest duo. So Raven Saunders moves from Bama to train with Ashley Kovacs and Joe. How far is she going to throw?
I don't know. It's crazy that you throw 20 meters and then, change coaches on one hand, but I feel like if that's like just everything working into that, I feel like there's a lot of room in the tank.
Yes, yeah.
And I mean, I don't know, could she push 21?
Yeah, I think she can. I think her and Jess Ramsey both can.
Yeah,
I think they both can throw 21. I think you might see Raven do it I think both of them could do it this year, dude. Mm-hmm. I mean, they both threw 20 last year.
Yeah.
And they're both getting better technique-wise. And Raven's going to be on site with Ashley, just cracking down like this is how it's done. Like,
right.
Dude, Raven's a machine. She's a freak athlete. I think she's a great personality for throwing.
Yeah.
And then you bring her in with Ashley and Joe and that whole environment at Vanderbilt now. It's like, dude, it's scary. It is scary what's going to happen in women's throwing.
Yeah, and I think
for the best.
Yeah, right. And like I think that's the whole thing, that like you get a good group of throwers together, and everyone just feeds off of it.
Yeah. Yep.
It's just like throwing is such a like it's a team sport to an extent, because it just, you need energy.
Yeah, everybody's
the more
pushing
energy
one
that
another.
is in one place, the more you're going to do.
Right. Absolutely.
The better everyone's going to do. So. Yeah, I think that'll be nuts.
I'll make a prediction. I think she's going to throw 20-84. This year, 22.
What's the world record again?
It's 22. 22 plus.
What's more importantly, what's
she throws
Valerie Adams'
21-40.
Okay.
If she throws, I mean, dude, you throw 20 mid, you're winning world champs.
Yeah. Right.
You throw 21, you're dominating. Actually, here's another good example. Is Ariel Dongmo goes 1961. She had a really big year last year indoors too. I remember, I think she might have thrown 1965 indoors last year, and what'd she throw at the Olympics? I think she got 5th. Little non-reverse.
Would you call that a non-reverse or a reverse?
A non-reverse reverse. I actually always like this style of especially as a drill for gliders to feel transferring forward. Mm-hmm. I don't like how her left foot sort of like shifts back a little, but But I've always liked her technique. I like how quick her right foot is to the middle. I like her left shoulder. Her left shoulder typically holds a little bit lower than her right.
That's the thing. Like, look at where her right foot lands.
Yeah.
It's almost like her toe is almost probably 8 inches to a foot from the center of the circle, like towards the back of the circle.
Yeah, it's like classic.
So she's got a real long
it's like
power position.
Classic short, long Timmerman style glide. Man, look at that shot contraption there. Look at that. How do we get that at Garage Strength? You see that?
Keep YouTube.
we gotta talk to
our YouTube channel.
Yeah, well, that, and we gotta talk to the metal fabricator.
That's true.
Get like little
custom
like
made.
It looks
could be like one of those like coin dispenser things.
It looks like one of those things when you're in the doctor's office and you're playing with those. That's what it looks like. Yeah. I love those things. Okay, so Zane Weir, somebody brought this up on a Q&A on Garage Strength, and they asked me, "Can you be skinny and throw far?" And I was immediately like, dude, Zane Weir just threw like 21 high, and he's extremely skinny.
Yo, also kudos to Throwers Universe for just putting out all the throwing like content, like for everything. They're
Who is Throwers Universe?
I don't know.
Whoever it is, he or she does a fantastic job, and we should do a little collab, a YouTube collab. Yeah. How about his technique? What would you change?
Part of him reminds me of like his finish reminds me of Krauser's.
I think he's up a little more than Krauser though.
But I think
that circle looks wet too.
That's true. I think he's a little long across the circle, which makes him a little jumpy at the finish. Like if he get his right down, I think he could just work the finish a little longer, while staying on the ground. I think typically when throwers are narrow at the front, they have to jump in order to get out of it. Kind of.
Yeah. Where's this meet at is my other question. Was this in Italy?
Yeah, I have no idea.
South Africa, maybe third world leading mark in 2 days. So 21.65. That's a huge toss.
Yeah.
Great throw there.
Yeah. I think he's going to be, he's an up and comer.
Yeah.
We're going to see a lot more of him.
I agree. I definitely agree with that. Okay, so Sarah Mitton, Rachel was at this comp too. Sarah Mitton just bombing. Boom. Huge toss, breaking the Canadian indoor national record. And her former teammate, still Canadian national teammate, Brittany Crew, has now left their group. She throws with Dylan Armstrong. And I think she broke Brittany's indoor record. I'm not positive, but I think.
Her, talk about,
dude, did she hit that in the air?
Abstract.
I think she hit that in the air.
I don't know.
I swear she hits that barrier, in the air. Oh, no, it bounces.
Just before.
Yeah, just before.
Now.
Dude,
why did they even have? They moved them up
yeah, they're like 19 meters. What the heck?
Yeah. Anyways,
she just smashes that finish. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
That's awesome. That's a bomb. So
this guy.
Yeah. Pippery goes 21.45.
Didn't I say on the last throw show that Pippery could go 21.50? I'm pretty sure I said that.
What did I say?
Jason, cue it up.
What did I say?
I don't know.
I
forget.
Probably didn't disagree with you.
No, I don't think so.
Maybe I was 21.80. I think too, talking about Pippery here, dude, I think technique-wise, I think he's got some of the best technique in the NCAA. Hey, that's where's this at? Is that at Albuquerque? Because that looks like a different circle that they're using there.
Huh.
It's definitely a different circle. They usually use that weird glass-covered circle that everybody slips on. He looks better with his ankle. Looks better out of the back.
Yeah.
Finish.
He has a very grounded finish.
Yeah, nice and grounded, rotating forward. Controls the middle to the front, super snappy. Almost, dude, his throw almost does remind me of Sarah's throw, Mitton's. like very similar on that finish.
Going down the left sector line.
Yeah, that's a bomb. I think this was this past weekend. They had a live stream of this as well, where you could watch this in the live stream.
He had another. Wasn't it 2 weeks ago? He had another throw right around here, didn't he? Too.
I think so.
I think so. Yeah.
This was the first one. I think the one Bates talked about was 21:44, which happened the following week.
Okay, 21:44 before this.
So congrats to Pippery then.
Yeah.
Danny Hall going huge PR. Just tossing. Man, well, this is 24, wasn't it? Yeah, 24.93. Holy cow. It's such a big throw. Dude, the weight is so painful. It's like...
I know, but somehow I feel like watching this throw, it looks less painful than a lot of weight throws I've seen.
That's because he has good technique.
Right. That's what it shows.
That's from all those calf raises, Danny, and the calf raises and the shrugs. When we were at the Olympics, he was like, I was just trying to get more calf raises so my calves would get as big as Mike's. This is good, though. Good speed, too. It's just like, it's good to see that. I think, too, what's harder, because these guys aren't, like, super well-funded, is they've got to throw the weight indoors so that they can get to, they can get some type of money at U.S. Indoors.
Yeah.
That's a toss, though. Man, that's nice. Okay, so Chase Ealey. What do you have to say, Trevor?
I mean, first of all, 1920 is a solid toss.
Yep. This one's the one in Iceland, I think, or Sweden. Looks pretty smooth out of the back.
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like she's a little quick off her left foot, just a little tap
On the
with her
finish.
left foot, on the finish.
The thing is, this is setting up too, where if you think about Chase, Dongmo, Jess Ramsey, if they all go to indoor worlds, Sarah Mitton, who we just discussed, like, dude, there's a lot of women that could go huge at indoor worlds and end up having that be really, really competitive.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we've heard that she is working with a coach now in Europe. Is she living there?
Yeah, I think he's based out of England.
Okay.
I'm almost positive based out of England. So she switched up coaches. Looks solid right now. I mean, I like how she's moving, and she's a pretty good competitor. So we're going to see some big throws coming up here in the next. I mean, this is already big.
Yeah,
Huge, so.
Right.
Payton, 1753. This is still number 3 in the NCAA. Yeah, she looks good.
Yeah. Grounded finish.
Yeah.
Payton always
Yeah.
has a grounded finish.
Crushes that. Go back to the beginning.
Yeah, I want to see the distance.
Isn't it 1753?
17. Okay, we didn't see it.
Good. I think, too, thinking about this, indoor NCAAs is stacked. Right now it's $16.95 just to get in. There's like 5 or 6 women that are going to have a chance to win it. If you look at the lead, like it's going to come down to who's the most consistent and who games up.
Yeah.
It's like you get 2 or 3 marks in there, and then somebody's going to have to tear into a big throw.
Right. Yeah.
And Yorinde's in there, and Payton, and Adelaide, and then the girl from Vanderbilt, Oladipo, Divine. So that's a. Oh wait, no, Divine's a weight throw, isn't she?
I think she does both.
She's okay. So that's just stacked. It's like it, and there's really like. There's a lot of women that could go in, and you go 17, 20 plus, and you're going to be you could be a top 8, and one of those people is gonna pop off.
Yeah.
So it's cool seeing Payton, high school national champ. Now she's digging in, and we'll see what happens at indoor NCAAs in the next 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
That's cool. So, Ryan Crouser starts a YouTube channel.
That's huge.
You have no idea how excited I am.
How many? Let's just look at it this way. How many like athletes that are the best in their sport have YouTube channels? Like there aren't in like
Tariq Hill has one.
He does.
Yeah, he has, but he doesn't post on it enough. It's like, and it's sort of lame. It's just like, and you can see on his views, like he gets, you know, he puts out a video, it'll get 20, 30,000 views, but he might put out one every 10 to 2 weeks. So in a month, he's not killing it with his view count.
Yeah.
He has a lot of subscribers. He has like 600,000 subscribers.
We got two buddy comparisons here.
Oh, jeez. Gosh, Jason, come on. But it's like, I think that's so funny. I think what's interesting is like, I don't know in other niche sports like Shaun White, if he has one, I don't know. Right, I don't know if like
I'm sure there are.
Yeah, like some of the smaller ones, I'm not sure, but I've often thought. So like someone like I was just thinking Henry Cejudo, who he's an Olympic champ and a UFC champ. He's retired now. He always talks about coming back. He posts a lot on Instagram, but he doesn't have a YouTube channel. And I've always thought guys like that, if they would have a channel, would be so cool to see. And now, outside of Krauser, the only person in track who is more dominant than him is Warholm, the hurdler from Norway. He's the only one who's better than Krauser. And you're comparing literally the best of all time in both events. And the only reason I'd say Warholm's better is because Rai Benjamin also ran under the previous. He's like slightly lower as far as what I've seen. And dude, I'm basing this off Total Running Productions videos. We're arguing about Duplantis, Warholm, and Krauser. These are all guys that are just total. But what's cool is that it's amazing for the throws community. It's great. You're literally getting Tom Brady to make a YouTube channel, essentially. And I think if he sticks with it and does a good job, it's going to be absolutely, it's going to be very pivotal for the throws community because ideally long term it brings more light to the sport and it brings more, it builds the youth following even more. And also that this is the way, we've said this in the past. Throwers are notorious for being like, why don't I get funding? Why don't I make this money? Why don't I get this? And it's like, hey, you can do this. You can make your own business. It's not that hard and have a YouTube channel as long as you stick with it for 2 to 3 years.
See it through.
Yeah, see the whole thing through.
Don't get just depressed after the first 6 months when you don't see any return.
Right, and learn constantly.
It's a long game.
It's just like throwing. Dude, YouTube is exactly like throwing, and if you can hold yourself accountable, I'm so excited because it's like. Problem is, I'm going to be watching. How long are his videos? So they're 9 to 17 minutes.
It's out of your day every time you post.
Yeah, I'll be watching it in 1.5x.
Yeah. And I think the cool thing is too, just like and we've talked about this too, just like the sharing of information. In the throws community. I think there are a lot of people, and I don't know how much he's gonna actually share about his videos right now are kind of more surface level things, but I think it'd be cool to see just insights on his training. I mean, does he really think that if people know what he's doing in training that they're going to be able to beat him?
What's the first video that you would want to see from Krauser?
I think I would want to see what he thinks about technique, what he thinks about during his throw. I think that's the first thing. Now I know he's
first video. 3 cues to get off my left out of the back of the circle.
Yeah.
So it's like Krauser talking about I think about this to get off my left, to get my left to move fast. I think about this. This cue is 1, this cue is 2, this cue is 3. If I'm struggling to get my left down at the front.
What's the title of the video? 3 SQ's world record holder.
Yeah. Or I'd be like, do this to make your throw fast. Or faster throws in 3 steps.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good. So, first one, Ryan Crouser, please, faster throw in 3 steps.
We wanted to make that video, though.
We'll still make the video.
Yeah.
It's just Krauser's going to get a lot more views. I think that's what's so cool, though, is that if the throwing world really goes into YouTube, what you learn is that it becomes less of a competition.
Yeah.
It's so much like we just did with Garage Strength. We just did a collaboration with Knees Over Toes guy, Phil Drew. These are huge channels, right? It's like, it's not about like, we got to beat Ryan. Man, he's coming on our platform. Like, he's stepping on our toes. It's like,
people are going to watch his videos and then ours are
and
going
then
to
ours are going to come up. That's
afterwards.
what happens. It's like, dude, that's
everything feeds.
It's so collaborative. So it's like, and then, I mean, the best, coolest thing would be like, yo, we do a Throws You Ryan Crouser collab, something like that. Everybody grows together.
Right.
So it's just a sharing of information, and it's so cool that he's doing this. I'm excited, and hopefully a lot of people. And again, this is a way for the throwing community to support other throwers.
Right.
You have access to the best in the world, the best of all time, and that's going to help you become a better thrower, and also you can just keep helping to develop the sport long term as well. So it's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
What's the last thing here?
So there's this throw. Wait, what's the actual throw?
Oh no, this is one where she breaks the. Yeah, I saw this randomly on my reels actually.
Oh man.
Yeah.
What every athletic director
doesn't want
fears.
To happen. Gotta get off that left a little sooner. Oh man, that spin's not bad though. It's she's got good rhythm.
I mean, she killed that. I mean, that's a pretty far throw. I feel like.
Is there a tag to the person?
I don't know.
I don't see any. But yeah, she's moving well. Dude, she smacks that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would recommend putting the nets up though. Definitely. How much do you think one of those costs to replace?
I have no clue. Probably way more than I would imagine.
$2,000?
Probably. I was gonna say 1,000, but I feel like I have no clue. So you're probably more correct.
Oh, TJ posted on that too.
Nice. Yeah, definitely.
So make sure that you support Ryan Crouser. Check out his channel. I think that's awesome. And everybody is just tossing monster bombs this past week. It's going to be fun to watch. Conferences are coming up, I think, this week and next week to see what everybody does at their conference meet. And then as they head into indoor NCAAs, indoor USAs, we're going to see some huge throws all over the place in the next 2 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Peace.